Welcome to Smutty Scriptures, the podcast where three best friends gather together to explore the holy text of fantasy romance novels. I'm Head Priest Blue Cromwell, and I am joined by my sisters in sin, Cuddlefish and Purple Space Cat, to tell you all about our thoughts on this episode's sacred text. We are finishing the Throne of Glass series with Kingdom of Ash. This is part 2. We made it to the end, and this will be the end of the first season of our podcast as well. We're going to do a lot of new stuff for season 2. I'm really excited about it.
I'm so excited.
so excited.
Yeah. It's taken a while to get through these, though. We can admit. It's they're hefty books, you know? Big heavy guys.
It's such a long journey.
Yeah.
Of treachery.
I think it's
trudging
hard.
Along.
Yeah, for us too, because other people had like years in between these books. And we're just reading them week after week after week after week. So it feels crazy. If we had read this at the pace it come out, we'd probably be sitting here just waiting for the next book and waiting for it. But don't really have that kind of problem. I guess, I mean, we'll go into
by the way,
eventually. But
just a little masochist news. Did you guys hear that she officially announced that after Crescent City comes out, she's going to be moving full steam ahead with ACOTAR's next book?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh my god.
I thought she was coming back to this series.
No, she said ACOTAR's next. She said that this one was done, but she wasn't sure.
No, she said she was going to come back to this one.
I'm sure she will. I think what's going to happen is next Crescent City will have Throne of Glass stuff in it, and that'll be like a continuation, hypothetically, but she's got to get ACOTAR up to that point, too, because she hasn't written anything for, like, Elaine, for example, and we know the Archeron sisters are all getting a book, at least, so I'm sure we'll see some stuff there, but I kind of think she will continue Throne of Glass, but specifically through the vein of, like, whatever happens in Crescent City, because obviously we haven't gotten there yet, but we love a multiverse. Or Maas-o-verse? I don't know.
I really, really hope that she listens to the majority of the people on the planet that have read ACOTAR and makes Asriel like this super dumb daddy kind of like BDSM kind of guy. Uh-huh. I need it so much.
Cuddle wants a dark romance book so bad. Listen, okay, I'm sorry. Lucian and Elaine are endgame. We won't get into it, but I think that's how it's gonna be. He could be a BDSM daddy with Gwen, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. I don't know how that would work because she's got issues.
Yeah, we're gonna have to read the ACOTAR series and do like a reread soon because I need it. I would hate that. Oh no!
Don't make me.
Stop.
Okay, fine. You convince me.
We would read like ACOTAR 3 times again before reading Throne of Glass again. I think that's just the vibe. I mean, we need more romance in our books. Let's be real. Like we need romance and smut, and Throne of Glass did not deliver for a long time, which is fine as a young adult. I get it, yada yada, but you know. We as readers need a little bit more motivation.
That's why season 2.
It gets crazy, guys. We're going to be reading something unhinged. That's a spoiler for later. But a lot of romance, a lot of smut, some stuff that I know some of you listen to the podcast and don't necessarily read the books along with us, which is totally fine. But there'll be stuff that I think maybe you can more understand because we're maybe not going into as many series, going into like individual books and ones that are more smutty and then generally have less overall plot to actually discuss.
Who needs plot?
I know. I don't need it. But with that being said, we are finally at the end of Kingdom of Ash. We have finished part 2. General impressions?
General impressions. My biggest thought was I am so fucking tired of old men running the country.
Yeah, Daryl really got to you, huh?
I hate him. I'm so upset. Okay, I was very upsetty spaghetti that Aelin lost all her flaminess.
Yeah.
Not because
I fucking told y'all.
Yeah.
Sarah can't let me have anything.
Okay, but I really can't even tell you how badly I just wanted her to come back and turn him into molten lava.
Yeah.
I still really want her to just twice bake him on the inside.
Sarah's like, the point of the story is healing. And you're like, no.
Death. I don't even care that he made the little one his little air thing. That just feels so groomer to me. But fine, I get it. It's not.
Evangeline? What, bro?
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Listen,
I mean, yay.
That's fine.
Go Evangeline. But
she
also
just won the whole country back for Aelin, bro.
I was just going to say, I actually really liked that part.
Yeah, what? Listen, just because he's old doesn't mean he's a groomer.
No, I think honestly, I came around to Darrow because, yeah, I did. I hate it, but I did. And I think it really just stemmed from like this old guy. It wasn't like a power thing. I think whenever the second part came around, I think we got to see that it was just that he loves the land and the country so much. And it was hard for him to think that someone else could love it as much as he does. And he kind of lost track of what it was for.
Yeah.
And that's what Evangeline reminded him of. And I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, there's something special about the relationship between like passing off the country almost in a way of like this newer generation, but like still having the same heart. I really enjoyed that, you know, because I think Darrow, if I'm remembering right, he was the one with the husband in the past that had passed away, and he was always like kind of cold and bitter after that.
Yeah.
I did give him a little grace because of that, because I'd be mad as fuck too if my husband died. I'd be like, damn, bro, this country sucks. I fucking hate it here, bro. But, you know, I gotta take care of it because my husband loved it or whatever. So gay icon.
I do not think that's how that went, but okay.
You know, he was like, I guess. He like loved Harrison or whatever, so I'm here. But yeah, there's something beautiful about seeing the heart of that, especially from someone not from Harrison, really, Evangeline. Having her fall in love with it and what it's supposed to mean to her is very beautiful.
I mean,
Agreed.
yeah, all of that's wonderful. Yeah, it's great.
But he's old.
I hate him. I just want to light him on fire.
Bro.
And I hate him too much.
Bro.
Scorched earth.
This character's like,
Demand
bro,
retribution.
this lady's been gone for 20 years and she wants to like run the country. I have a little bit of questions about that. And you're like, you motherfucker, you're dead. And I respect the commitment.
I am committed to this stance. I will not cave.
Well,
I feel as strongly about him as I do about Tamlin.
That's okay. He probably won't live that much longer. He's already old. Like, you don't have to deal with him for very much longer.
All I'm saying is that if she does eventually come back to this story and he's in it, I might light him on fire myself.
Just book burning Sarah J Maas
I'll
story.
just get an extra copy of the book and I will burn it.
Oh my goodness.
I really liked that part. I liked that this part almost made it seem like castle and the buildings, but like in particular the palace or whatever, the castle, it almost was like a character. If you think about the way that it was described, it was constantly like battered and torn but strong. You know what I mean? Like it was that it can come back, and it felt to me like a character and a bigger metaphor for the whole purpose of the whole book and the whole series. And I thought that was rather interesting that extra layer was put in there, because otherwise if it's like, it's cold and dark. Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
But when she talked about how Aelin walked through, the things and saw the ghosts of the past, and it almost had this life to it that she was bringing back to the, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just really enjoyed that part. But I think in general, part 2 is very, what I would say, epic.
Mm-hmm. It's the culmination of the Sarah J Maas last 100 pages effect.
For sure. Yeah. For sure.
For like a whole series, yeah.
It's big stuff, big moments, big sacrifices, big endings, but also big beginnings. Mm-hmm. So, just very big.
It
and
felt
then
like a good
in the
place.
middle of that, Darrow.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm sorry. I agree, though. Everybody kind of had their own little power moment, their own little moment of yeah. And I just feel like that's so. Like in my mind, when I think of the hero landing and the stand up of all of the people in that fuck yeah moment, my brain just plays that little clip of Neo in the Matrix whenever he like flexed and then like the walls were like
Blue, The Matrix was a movie. It was actually a movie series that came out probably before you were born.
I do think that's true, actually.
Yeah, it's that hurts.
You're just hurting yourself. I did not do that to you.
It started Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is an actor.
What was it like?
Just stop.
In the 1900s when you guys were alive, in your earlier years. What was that like? What was it like being born before 9/11? What was it like watching The Matrix in theaters in 1999?
God, wait.
Ouch.
Wait. Were you alive for 9/11?
I don't remember it. I was a baby.
Ow.
I hate you a little bit.
Well,
you know what? Take Daryl off the list.
I hate the old people
there.
and the youth.
You know what? I was going to give us Bay the day, but not now.
Oh my god. Listen, it's not my fault. I was a baby. I wasn't even in elementary school yet.
Thanks for enjoying the very last episode.
Did you guys get to go home early that day in school, or what happened?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. I wasn't in school yet. That's crazy.
Fuck off. My point is like that mental image of where he's just like, rah, and then like the walls are all like ripple affecting down, and he's just like, I have the power. Kind of like that look of like, what are you gonna do? That
Aelin, but she has no more power.
She has power of heart.
It's true. That's what matters inside. That's what her mom told her, which is a very mom line, to be honest. I mean, we love it, but it's a very mom-like thing to say. It's very cute, though. I liked it, though. The general impression, I'm happy it's over, in a way. Like, I'm ready to move on to other series, and I'm ready to move on to other Sarah J Maas work. But I'll miss it. It's nice. I think this came to a really nice end for how big of a cast Throne of Glass has, for putting me in a good spot, even with taking characters away and killing them, which I'm sure we'll get into later. It put that every character into a good spot, a spot that I was satisfied with their arc, except for maybe one or two that I'm like, but like we said too, we might not even necessarily be done with this universe. We really don't know. But it must be hard to end that long of a series of how many fucking words to get everyone in a good space. And it was nice to see. I'm a sucker for a happy ending. I love seeing Aelin go through her coronation, and I loved knowing that she's gonna live. I know sacrifices were made. I fucking knew that Sarah was not gonna let her keep all that power. She loves to make a powerful baddie and then boop, take it right away. Which, like, fine, Sarah, I get it. She makes these overpowered characters, and then she's like, how do I fix it?
She nerfs them.
Yeah, and here's your reward. A baby! Like, oh my god, yay!
Your life is now over. Oh, wait, never mind.
That's just proof that Sarah J Maas loves you as a character. Do you get a baby, or get a hint that you will have a baby eventually? You're in. But yeah, I loved it. It was a good, satisfying ending. It felt worthy, even though Aelin didn't have her powers at the end. I wanted kind of like that superhero moment, I guess we'll call it. But her riding in on the King of the North, oh my god, that was good. Yeah. I mean, that's such a good mental image. Yes, dude, her in that fucking like armor and so imagery. Fucking good. Yes, it was amazing.
We love imagery in this house.
And they still had like twists. Like, I had no idea we were going to bring back the wolf people or whatever. I did not know that was going to happen.
From?
She talks about it with Rowan for 2 seconds, but she doesn't say like that's what they're going to do. But of course she's like, I got one last little scheme. Do you want to come with me? And he's like, yes, bae. And then they fucking go. And then that's what happens.
I didn't even drop that connection until just now.
It's very hard to, because she literally doesn't hint at it.
Sex.
Nope. She said, let's go restore an entire group of people's homeland. Let's just tell them they have to go fight for it for us real quick.
You know, it's just a small brunch.
Date night. Date night with Rowan. God.
They're going to have to seriously downsize.
All right. Well, for all the gentlemen listening, that's how you do it. Yeah. First date, you know,
help her liberate
solidify a pact between countries.
Yeah.
Solidify a kingdom. Absolutely.
She's not asking for much. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
Topple a local corrupt government near you. Okay. And if you can't do that, you're not the one.
If you can't do that, you're not the one.
Sorry, you're done.
You're done.
Literally.
Move along.
Well, a lot of good moments, a lot of standout moments in this section. Do we have any favorite parts? Anything particular?
Several.
I've got one in mind. Well, there's so many moments I kind of pick 2-ish, 3-ish, kind of. One minor thing I'll start with is I loved how much Sam, like his spirit, was like present in the second half of the book. Like, there are multiple points that I tagged of the I will not be afraid. And it was specifically because it was you do not yield for so long. Right. I loved seeing the I am not afraid, specifically because we know what character caused that thought to exist in Aelin's mind. And the move that Aelin does, for example, with the catapults. That's the same move that she did in the very first book in the prequels. And it's so much like, even Rowan's commenting, like, I wonder what Sam is thinking, looking down at her right now and like all that. It was nice to have that brought back into the series a little bit. Like, I love her and Rowan, and her and Sam would never have worked out even if he was alive, unfortunately, because Erewhon would have still happened and like everything would have still happened and they would still be in a bad space. So we know that had to happen, but it was just nice to see him honored in that way. But in true Aelin, Selena, badass nonsense, I fucking love that she was like, the gods just, I wouldn't say betrayed Elena. They were like, oh, we're not making any deals with you, Aelin. I understand that you're like, hey, man, don't even take Erewhon. Just give me that baddie right there. Keep her soul alive. Keep her from, disappearing into the universe, into dust, basically. So her memory can live on. And they're like, nah. And they fucking kill her immediately, which I was very shocked by. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Same. I was like, ooh.
Bro. And then Aelin being like, okay, let me go ahead and drop you into hell. Like, that is such a... It's Aelin and Selena. I think it's the perfect blend of, like, the badass, like, Selena being like, I can fuck with anyone. And then Aelin being like, I'm protecting the innocent. Like, it's just this magical little combination. And the fact she's like, yeah, I have enough power to fuck up 13 god-level beings. That's some level 20 D&D character shit that's, like, insane to me. And I loved it. It was so good. Like, I didn't want Elena to go like that. I was actually kind of surprised Sarah was so willing to kill off. Like, I felt like she killed off, like, a decent amount of characters. I was like, okay, Sarah. I kind of thought, a couple things wouldn't work out. I like it. I think maybe she would have maybe even thrown in another one or two. But that not being here nor there. I think she killed a satisfying amount for, like, this end-all war effort. I didn't think Aelin was going to ask that question. And then I didn't think...
Thousands of people.
Yeah. I didn't think Aelin, though, was, like, of the main cast. I mean, as far as killing more people. Not so much the pawns of it all. Like, I mean, their lives are important intrinsically, but at the same time, we don't know about them. You know what I mean? So
I still have some big problems with that whole
I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that.
Can you be more specific?
Yeah. I don't think Sarah J Maas is good at math.
I think you're doing it wrong.
No, it's not like a girl math kind of moment.
I promise you. Okay, go ahead and explain your bit, and then I will plan my rebuttal.
Now, what they had, what had been said was,
what happened?
This is a conversation we had off camera. I apologize.
It would take one of them, either Aelin or Dorian. It would kill them. So it's one whole person. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now. They're like, bro, let's do it together. And then we'll both live. Because one whole person
divided by two.
Half of each person, leaving half still alive. And they're like, okay, let's go. Hold hands. Kumbaya. Oh my God. And then Dorian's dad's like, yo, I got this. So that was right before Dorian died. At least that's the way that they made it sound in the text. And then Dorian's dad's like, meh, and then he goes. And he's dead. And then Aelin is still going. And then it's like she almost dies. And then Rowan has to use magical stuff like the word marks to bring her back. Mm-hmm. Now, that, if I'm not mistaken, is at least potentially one whole Aelin, half of Dorian, and all of Ghost Daddy. And I just feel like... that is too many people for one whole person, but now we're multiple people, and it just doesn't make sense.
Okay, but hear me out.
Not mathing.
Hear me out. Aelin wasn't supposed to use the lock. She was just supposed to make it, and then they were going to use the lock. Like, the gods were going to use it. And of course she uses more power because she's like, I'm going to fuck over the gods, bro. I don't fucking care. So she uses the lock, and that also takes power away from her. And the only reason she lived from that, because that would have taken everything, is fucking, her ancestor or whatever was like, here, have a crumb. Here you go. Be grateful. Here you go. And then she uses that to basically seal them into, maybe not their demise. I don't know if that will end up killing them or not. But I think when you factor in, plus Dorian has a lot more magic left over than Aelin. So she pushed him out early. She said, you gotta go. So
but even still, if that's half of Dorian.
But I think it's more, I think it's... Because she used it, the whole agreement was just to make the lock, right? Like, that was going to take everything from her to forge it. And then she decided to use it, and I think that's where the extra power comes in, that was taken away. Because she wasn't supposed to use it.
Didn't she use it after she got the drop from?
That's what she
Mala?
used to seal it. To like she did one final blast of power to like solidify that and then left. Because I think the implication there in my mind is that she would have died if she
But
had
even then,
to use it.
if we're working with percentages, that means our girl's working on what, 80%? It's still more than 50% of Aelin.
But if it only took 50% for forging the lock and then using it is also another big chunk.
How does that make any sense? That
wasn't supposed to
forging
use
and
it.
using
gods were
and
supposed to
forging
use
is
it.
the same amount of magic energy? Come on, that's not math.
I feel like it's a thing, man. Because that's why they were like, you have to be the one to like forge it and shit, and then we'll use it to get Erewhon and like get his ass out of here.
I don't understand why she couldn't have just forged it, gone and taken a nap, and come back and just done it herself.
Those wells within her are much shorter.
She could have just taken a fucking nap and replenished it.
They're not.
The
container is smaller.
I just think that's that new math.
You're like, what are you doing? Common Core? What are you fucking?
Yeah, Sarah's got some Common Core going on. You know, taking 30 minutes to do circles and shit, and then roundabout still solved 9 times 2.
Either way, we know Aelin wasn't getting out of there with her fucking powers. I wish.
Okay, but Aelin almost didn't get out of there, period, which I don't think should have been a concern. It's like Dorian going in there was completely irrelevant and never needed to happen.
Ghost Daddy ghosting. Oh my god, did Ghost Daddy ghost Dorian?
By dying?
Yeah.
By being murdered?
He never talked to him again. He
himself?
just was like...
I don't know.
I mean,
I
he
just
didn't
think
summon him, I guess.
drives me fucking crazy. I want to talk to... If I ever meet Sarah, that's what I'm bringing up.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Talk about math. Oh my god, you know what you're going to do? You're going to be like that Congress lady.
I'm going to pull out a whiteboard and a marker.
Explain to me here. Oh god.
Oh my god, you're gonna be the Congress lady.
I'm just gonna slide her a calculator and be like, it's okay. Sometimes we all need a little help.
Bro, you got me fucked up. If I met Sarah, I'm getting to the nitty gritty, okay? She says she has a fucking like ton of stuff that she's written about Rowan and Aelin of like sex scenes that were never included in the original series, and I fucking want those. What? Yes.
I want those.
She says she has like pages upon pages upon pages upon pages of sex scenes between those two that she never could use. That were like cut or like whatever.
Why couldn't she use them?
Put them in a fucking book. I'll read it like Assassin's Blade. I don't give a fuck.
Like put them in a book and say, you know, Sarah J Maas deleted scenes and just sell it as a novelty item. I would buy the shit out of that.
I would buy 20 of them. I'd be like, please, Sarah.
My husband's like, why do you have... Don't ask questions.
I don't need any plot, okay? I just need the setup.
Chapter 1.
God.
It wouldn't even be chapters. It would just be named.
Yeah, just locations, maybe.
The beach.
Honestly, iconic. But speaking of favorite parts for you guys?
That was a fun little trip we went on. I have one small question.
Oh, okay.
About not about the math.
Okay, good.
About the process. So, first of all, fuck Deanna. And aren't they related? And she was just like,
she was hunting
I'm gonna murder you. But yeah, Deanna's like her like great aunt 4,000 times removed or something.
Yeah.
With the arrow. So, I mean, that's a little rude.
Family
I'd kill my own
drama.
family if the vibe was off, bro.
I feel like it's a Jerry Springer moment.
If the
Jerry
vibe was
pops
off,
out of another portal.
I don't agree with it, but I could see a character that was like, oh, I get a chance to live in a body again and like interact in the world, like, and all I have to do is kill this person I don't know that's like related to me or whatever. I don't really care about that as long as it means I get to live. Like, there are selfish characters out there. I mean, I think it's fucked up, but at the end of the day, like, you know, what is a god if not selfish? You know?
Well, my thing is, okay, so Aelin has got no powers, right? She's all like, oh, I have no mana. And then the gods are like, peace out, bitch. And then they walk off into like this little meadow or whatever. And they're like, ha ha ha, we hate you. And then Mala's like, yeah, they kind of suck.
Yeah.
So here, have like a tiny solar system's worth of fire. No biggie. Here you go. And then she follows them in there. Okay. But she knows. Yeah. She gives that knowing look. And I'm talking about page 796 in our text, in our Holy Scriptures. She's just like, yeah, do it. Fuck him up. I got you. All right. And then she follows them in there to the meadow. Yeah. She's like, la-di-da-di-da. And she skips after them in the grass in the meadow. And she's like, yay. And then Aylin's like, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. And then she opens the gate to hell. And Mala's just like, yeah. Yep. That's a thing. And then they're all like, oh. And then the door seals. And I'm just like, whoa. Did Mala just fuck herself over on purpose?
Probably to not raise suspicion so Aelin could do what she had to do. I don't know if this kills them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're stuck there. Mala just imprisoned herself for no reason.
To help out her family. It's just
such a weird thing. She don't care about them. They really don't care about her.
She gave her that kernel of power. She's like the only one that gave up her immortality. Oh, no, Mala.
I just don't understand why Mala followed them and didn't, like, go somewhere else.
Wasn't that the only door that was open?
I mean, they could have opened up another one. She gave a tiny crumb of her power away.
She's gonna need it in hell.
Be like the might of a fucking solar system.
Maybe that's setting up for another novel.
Yeah,
where Mala is just Mala versus hell.
Well, maybe that's like another cast of, because they're all so different, right? That was where I was kind of a little like, I wonder, because they do make a mention of it being not only, I think there's 12 of them, right? There's 12.
Yeah, 12 or 13 or something. Yeah,
right. And then there's at one point, I can't remember where exactly. Dorian was like, wait, so what about? Is that like all the gods? What other ones are? What about the other ones? And they say what about the ones in southern continent?
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like not talked about, even though we do know that one of them is the healer one, Silba. We do know that Silba's one of the 12, but we don't know about the other 36. And then not only that, but all of the 12, they're so different, so I would find it a difficult thing to think that they're the same race of whatever it is that they are. Mm-hmm. So, and they might be gods in
the power perspective, but not in a racial perspective.
Or perhaps maybe in like one realm, they might be seen as gods, while in their own realm, that's what everyone's like.
But Mala wasn't other. Mala was turned into other, like enlightened, if you will. Mala was a lady.
Yeah, she was a god first, though.
No, she's like totes a dude. Well, not a dude, but like she's just like a guy.
Yeah, but she had to give up her god or her immortality, I guess, or whatever, to do that.
And who gave that to her?
The option to become mortal?
Yeah.
Probably not Deanna.
I think
bitch.
Like, how did you get that ability to do that?
I assume. Okay, this is also me assuming because I don't know. But like in the way that we know, there's a scene later with like Elide and Lorcan where he says he's going to tie his lifespan to hers, so they'll die together, basically. I
thought that would just be a blood oath kind of thing.
No, I think there's got to be something because they've mentioned before, like you can be immortal and like choose not to. So there must be an established ritual or something. Because how would Lorcan like know how to do it?
If that was the case, though, then why aren't there more people that have done that?
Because that would suck, bro.
To be
I'm
a
living
god
forever. I'm sorry, my husband died after like 100 years. I'll go find another one. The fuck?
Yeah.
I'll fall in love again. The fuck?
Wow.
I mean, for real.
I'm not dying.
If you could just make a choice to become a god, I don't know why we wouldn't have seen more gods. That's what I'm saying. If you could just
maybe we
make that decision.
Continent.
36 on the entire planet?
I mean, look, they're bored. I don't know.
I think I need a lore book.
Yeah.
That's what I think I want. I want a lore book, and I want, because that's a lot. And we never even talked about the god that was of the secrets and the whatever underneath the, what you call it.
Was he one of the ones that yeeted himself away?
I don't think he was. We didn't ever talk about him.
Yeah, we don't really get like answers for that.
You get nothing except that it was very real.
And we still don't know whoever was in charge of, like, death or whatever, because Lady Coltane was like, nah, can't talk about it, sorry.
And we also have no idea how the different, like, not realms, but layers of that planet work, because they could see each other and talk to each other after they were dead. So it was like another bubble almost.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was more like a alternate dimension.
I feel like an alternate dimension is like bigger, because so Dorian's dad said to Aelin when they were doing the lock that your parents said that they love you and whatever, and that the debt has been paid enough or some bullshit. How would he have known unless he talked to them? Right?
He just said it.
But
He
they're
just
all
assumed.
but they're all dead. So
maybe that's one of the worlds you get to walk between if you have that ability. That's the only thing I could think of. Like, obviously Maeve, like, figured out how to, like, move across time and space or whatever. But
Yeah.
it took her a while, and she was, like, the only one until, like, her husband's, like, her husband and then his brothers, like, figured it out. So I assume other worlds would also, someone's got to figure it out eventually type of thing.
And I know that in the first book, Throne of Glass, they talk about how Elena had pierced the veil or some shit and like crossed over or whatever. But I feel like that's different from the world hopping, because it almost just seems like it's, you know, phasmophobia. And when you die, it's like the same exact world, and you can watch everything that's happened, but they can't see you.
Mm-hmm.
I almost envision it like that. And you just got a bunch of dead people just like chilling, walking around. Yo, bro, what's going on? Can you believe this dude? What a fucking moron. like
How many of them
watching.
do you think watch them have sex?
That's what I was just.
No.
So, I mean, you know.
You think Sam started peeking in and be like, I never would have thought of that.
Oh my god. No, he probably just heard the first
You think,
time.
oh my god, is Rowan bigger than me?
No, he
Oh my
probably just
God.
heard the first time Aelin told Rowan that she loved him and was like, damn, she never said that shit to me.
Fuck.
Yeah. She said, oh, I hate packing.
Oh no, she's like behind his he's like behind Rowan, going a little to the left. No, your other left.
Goofy.
Yeah, I think I need a lore
Did
book.
she give him Sam's clothes?
She
at one point?
did.
Yeah.
She did.
Sam's like,
Sam was just like, what the fuck,
wait,
man?
Rowan's using the lavender soap and he's like, you motherfucker. You piece of garbage. Oh my god.
If anybody out there is a artist for like comic books, if you could make that webcomic and then just send it to me,
And Sarah.
I would love that.
Oh my god.
I never knew I needed this in my life.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. So we're talking still about favorite and least favorite parts. I just want to say Dorian was a badass motherfucker whenever he was fucking up Morath, like doing his little like micro magics. And then he was like, Maeve, die, but not really.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
leave you
was
here.
just like, oh, it's so spicy. I love. Where have you been?
Sad. Too depressed to do anything.
I don't think I've ever liked Dorian as a character more than whenever he was like, huh, you know, that whole power thing you got, I like it. I don't think you should have it anymore. Okay, I just took it away from you. And she's like, he's like, yeah, that sucks.
Aw.
Imagine if somebody were to maybe like leave you here. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
I was just like, God damn, I love it so much.
See, I love Dorian in this section, and I know I've said this before on the podcast, and I won't hark on it because it's never gonna happen. But like the fact that like Aelin and Dorian like went into the lock together and like their bond and like just how much they had interactions this section, I was like, damn, bro. A little part of me is always gonna want Aelin and Dorian. A little part of me is always gonna want it. The banter.
Little part of you just always wants cousins to.
Okay,
own.
Rowan's also related to her. She won't date anyone. That's her type. Her family is her type. Okay, that's not my fault. She had one person who wasn't her family member, and she banged him, and then was like, "All right, this is kind of ass, bro." She says, "This don't hit like my cousin. I gotta go." It's not my fault, okay?
Ding, 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 ding.
I liked Sam, and he wasn't her family.
I mean, she
And
never even
then
told
they're
him
not
she loved
together.
him.
Oh,
You know who she did tell that to, though? Kaylin Dorian. Ah! It hurts every day. Listen,
why
I'm
are
just
you
telling
so
you.
mean to me?
I'm just telling you. It
I
happened.
thought you loved me.
Sam's sitting there like, what? What the? She's like, oh
He's
my
like,
god, I love
damn
you
it, I
guys.
had the wrong chromosomes.
Oh my god. Yeah. You gotta be related to Aelin to date her. I'm sorry. Those are just the rules.
Those are the rules.
She goes to a family reunion. Shit.
Just who needs a Tinder date? Just go to a family reunion.
Tinder.
Terracin is Alabama confirmed? Like, what's going on here?
Maybe that's really why Darrow is an asshole.
He was like, bro, that is
His
shit. That shit
family
is
pool
weird.
got too thin.
Oh my god.
His family tree got too small.
Damn.
That's really gross.
Thanks. I hate it.
You're welcome. You did it to yourself.
Listen, do you guys have a least favorite part of this section?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah, I could feel it coming.
Listen. I am angry. Okay? I am pissed the fuck off that Sarah tried really, really hard to kill Sky Puppy. I was not having it. And I think I even texted one of you and I was like, I swear to God, I'm not going to finish. I'm never going to read another thing ever again. You killed the puppy and I'll tell PETA.
Damn.
I know.
Wait, I have a question. If you had to pick one to save between the Sky Puppy and the 13, who do you pick?
Sky Puppy.
No.
Really? You would kill all the 13 witches?
Yeah.
For the Sky Puppy?
I would.
Damn,
I would.
That's hardcore.
Yes.
No.
You wouldn't no, that's not a trade for you?
Not even remotely close. That's actually I was waiting, but that's actually okay. So do I understand? Yes. Do I have to like it? Fuck no.
Right.
I did not enjoy that part. I would not change it. However, it was my least favorite. It was the most sad. It was great in its delivery and its intent and its power and all of that. But I wished that there had been another way.
Yeah, I felt that same thing with like my least favorite part was probably the whole Gavriel thing. I liked it. Like, I did think it was good. I thought it was a good send-off. I like this idea of, I get why Gavriel did it, because he's like, I want to live to be worthy of my son, and like this, and like, he does still feel that guilt of like, oh shit, I didn't even know I had a fucking son, so I wasn't here for you. My bad. My bad, dude. But I felt he didn't have maybe as much resolution with Adian that I would have wanted before he died. I think if I got a little bit more of that beforehand, I'd be more like, oh, okay, I'm okay with it. And same kind of with the witches. I was like, damn. I feel like there was some more story to tell there, but, you know.
Okay, but just the fact that whenever they did their explodey bits, they all turned into like a giant white light.
I did like that they turned white, not black.
I was like, oh, my heart! I cried on my bed.
They killed the Sky Puppy's mate. Like, that was sad too. I was like, damn, they had to take her too.
Yeah, I'm sad about that, but that's my puppy, and you leave him alone.
No.
And and then they broke the curse because they did it.
It was beautiful.
It was so beautiful. And everybody went and walked out there and like gave him flowers and shit. And I
did love that they beat Manon up a little bit beforehand because they knew she was going to fly out after them. They're like, pop! Live!
It hurts so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised all 13 went, but it was beautiful. Beautifully done.
On that note, I feel like we need to talk to Sarah again about her math, because there's times I noticed in the book where her math was wrong about the witches, because sometimes 13 died and sometimes 12 died, and it just kind of went back and forth.
I think it's confusing because they're called the 13, but Manon's like the 13th member or whatever.
I thought it was
Right.
Manon and her 13.
I think she's included in the 13. Because she's first,
Well,
Istrin's second, Sorrel's third.
The book just flipped back and forth between if it was 12 or 13.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, every time I was like, stop, just pick a fucking number.
Well, they're dead.
Pick a number. Pick
So,
a number.
0. Well, Manon's alive, so 1.
Oh, wow.
You get none.
Is that new Sarah math?
Manon, yeah. She said, you know what? Now you have no witches. The fuck? Damn, bro. She said you can have Manon, I guess. A Manon can live to see the kingdom.
So I would have to say that my favorite part was, obviously I had the yielding marked, but on page 902, it's the first part of chapter 113. And I loved this because this to me was freaking incredible, super inspiring for our book. And it is just concept wise, I really enjoyed it. In my world, your kind exists too. So this is Erwin talking to Irene. In my world, your kind exists too. Not healers to us, but executioners, death maidens, capable of healing, but also unhealing, unbinding the very fabric of life, of worlds. That's
how
fucking
people
crazy.
are moving around, aren't they?
I feel like that's a really easy to miss part that is super, super important because the fact that she could unheal something is just, it is an crazy thought with what she could do. She's never done that before.
Mm-hmm.
And what she's doing is is she unhealing the parasite or is she healing the host or is she both?
Yeah.
And if that's the
she could
case,
use
what
it
else can she do with
offensively
that?
or defensively then, yeah.
And the fact that she could say unbinding the very fabric of life, that shouldn't just be limited to Fae and human.
Mm-hmm.
That's life in general, right?
Yeah.
And of worlds, I think that Irene's going to Crescent City.
With Aelin? That'd be cool.
Yeah. I think Irene, like just that little bit right there, made her such an important character.
Yeah, and she's kind of been set up to be that important, I guess, from like prequel wise, like
Yeah.
from the beginning to now. That would be really cool. I'd like to see that as like she's traveling around. Kale's like, "Have fun, sweetie." She's like, "All right, I'm traveling across the universe. I'll see you later."
Now, I
Have fun
know
with our
that
baby.
this, up to now, this is like an official end, of the series, but I feel like she really left that part open
Mm-hmm.
with that line right there.
Yeah, that's really good.
On that note, you should always be kind to your waitresses because you never know if they're gonna, take over the world.
Rip a portal through the world and
Yeah.
fucking... I mean, I'm
But
here
I-
for the message.
I also did have a piece that pissed me the fuck right off.
Hell yeah, go on.
Is it the Sky Puppy?
It is the fact that we have finished how many of these goddamn books and nobody fucking healed Elid's fucking foot.
It's implied they'll do it after.
That
They
is not
mentioned
the
it. It was
point.
going to take time, and she made the decision. She's like, "I'm not less than because I have this. I accept this part of me."
understand.
She's gonna get it
But
fixed
it's
eventually,
so
I think.
fucking annoying that it just wasn't like here, let me just beep, 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 and like be done. Bro, it pissed me off. I was like, oh my fucking God, you're kidding me, right? It's going to take time. No, it's not. It's and then you're done. Like, stop it.
Oh,
Sorry,
I mean, they
it just
said that
made me
with
really
the
mad.
they do that in Akatar too, right? With all like the librarians with their like hands that are like severely deformed, and then they're like, we're gonna have to break them and reset them if you want them fixed, and they're like, nah, I'm okay.
I want to do that once.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have fucked up hands. I'm over it.
Sucked.
Yeah, that was tough. I mean, I think Elite will end up going that way. I could see that, but we'll see. Irene might be busy in another world really soon, so catch you when I'm back here. I'm back in Terrazin.
She'll be busy noticing things.
God.
No, not the gods.
With
Oh
Lorcan
my
Lorcan.
You know what?
With
Aelin could
Lorcan.
probably. Oh my god. Aelin could probably leave now, and then fucking Lysandra can pretend to be her because she don't have really powers anymore. So it won't be too obvious that she's not Aelin anymore. She's free to travel about, baby. She said, "Let me go ahead and go on a journey between the worlds. Let me go see Reese Poo again." My goodness.
Yes. Before we went live, we did discuss that is indeed Reese.
It has to be at the end. Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
That's like helps her slow her down, I guess I should say. In my head, I hope that it's one of those, what do they call, like, the Starfall, like, celebration?
Oh, yeah!
I hope it's that. Like, that would be fucking cool to see from Reese's perspective. And I think if the characters, like, formally meet, we'll, like, hear about it, but...
Well, if you think about it, didn't those things, like, splatter on them?
Like, the flu... not like that.
So does that
You got a little alien juice on you, honey.
Hey, yo. Alien magic juice.
Sitting in the goo, in the glowy goo. It's really just characters. Oh, that's gross.
Just falling apart through the fabric of time.
Literally.
And space.
It's totally fine.
You know, it's one of those things. Space travel.
Dropping
gross.
limbs everywhere.
God damn.
It's not horrific. It's fine.
Yeah, everything's just fine.
Oh,
yeah, that was a pretty surprising moment for me. Probably not my most. I was like surprised at. I think I was more surprised at like the fact that they killed all of the witches basically of that group. I was like, oh, okay. Didn't expect them all to go, but I get it. And the whole Dorian name thing could be up there for me too. I was like, oh, okay. I don't need this, but that's nice.
You know, I would have a favorite sex scene though, if they didn't fucking fade to black again. God damn it!
They're busy with war.
I don't care.
No, I like that fade to black in this case because, okay, this is a small complaint. There is a scene in ACOTAR where two characters are having sex, like, on, like, the war camp, and, like, there's, like, the bodies in the background and people, like, in pain, and, like, man's just getting some sloppy toppy. I'm like, bro, in war? I don't need this detail right now. Like, I am not turned on by the fact that there are people dying around you. Like, I get it.
Though, the first time that these two are together and it's a fade to black, the first time? No, I don't accept it. Could have been under different circumstances. You could have wrote it differently. I don't give a shit. The first time? No, you let me have that, Sarah. You let me have every teeny tiny or really big detail.
She didn't let us have that with Aelin and Kale either. She was like, sorry.
And that pissed me off too.
If a character loses their virginity, you do not get to hear about it in Sarah J Maas world. You know what happened. You do not get it described.
Yeah, we don't want to hear about losing your virginity, but we'll give the ones who like babies.
Yeah. Well, as a treat. As a reward.
Oh, good job, little character.
Do you want to have a baby? It's like, oh my God, Sarah.
There you go.
Stop taking their power away and, like, stop making them pregnant. I'm tired. I'm sick and I'm tired. I have nothing left to give. Like, bro.
For real though, Lorcan, that line that he says on page 727 in the scriptures. Hold on, let me get there for a second. So the line that he says on page 727 in the scripture, it starts with her. She bit her lip and she's like, I might slip. And he's like, it's a dangerous time, bath time. That had me giggling like a fucking mad woman.
And kicking your feet like,
kicking my feet. I did. I felt like I was a little kid all over again. The banter was killing me. I was like,
yeah. They had great banter because, like, that scene, and then not so much banter, I guess, but when he's like telling her that, you know, he's gonna tie his mortality to her and like that he's not gonna live without her and all that shit, I was like, damn, Alita and Lorcan, they're it. I
mean, they have come really far from whenever first started, and I was like, I don't see it.
Do they count as Grumpy Sunshine?
I feel like she's not Sunshine enough to count.
Grumpy and less grumpy, grumpy and bossy.
Hell yeah.
Grumpy and noticing things.
Nice. Is that like your favorite couple in this section? Because I have a controversial take for favorite couple.
No, not at all.
I think you guys already know who I'm going to pick.
Dorian and Manon?
Ew. Sorry, no, not you. That's too far. But also, like, ew a little bit, because I fell out of love with them pretty quickly. I was like, I don't know. I'm so bored with them now. Cool that they get to be together, and she's like, oh my God, I can, like, leave my kingdom for a couple weeks and, like, come bang you at your house, I guess. You're just like,
Dorian and Maeve?
Honestly,
Yeah, I was like, oh shit,
Honestly?
okay. Before I realized what he was doing.
yeah, all the parts with Maeve, I thought for a second, I was like, are we trying to do like a heel turn here? Because Maeve's done too much, but I liked the scenes of her being like, oh no, I just tortured and captured Aelin and did all that shit because I knew she wouldn't help me. It's like, bro, that is one person who will always help somebody, bro. Maeve, you could not be farther from the fucking truth, my God. Like, there's no fucking way. But I actually really liked what they did with Lysandra and Adian. Go ahead. I'm getting some stink faces.
I got nothing nice to say, so
I want you to say it. I want you to say it. The podcast listeners love it.
It was fucking horrible. What do you mean? What do you mean?
They're beautiful together. He calls her his mate. They're mates.
But he also called her useless and put her. No, I'm sorry. Like I said, he can't come back from that. And
No.
I'm sorry. Are you going all scorched earth?
Yes.
I wanted different,
Mm-hmm.
but Adian was a fucking asshole, and I'm sorry, but that was too far.
Listen, if I can forgive Selena for being an asshole, I can forgive Adian. They're the same fucking family. They're the same fucking attitude. We forgave Selena for telling Rowan to his face that he should be fucking genocided. I think Adian's okay. Like,
Yeah, but you know what? She just said those things, okay? Adian actually put Lysandra out in the snow naked around a bunch of men. No. That is a physical attack. It is too far. No. If he had just called her useless, I could probably come around. But because he did the other thing, no.
I mean,
it was tainted.
So you're
I was
saying...
glad he got hurt.
Ooh.
Listen,
Ooh.
I liked them finding comfort in each other. And I really like the found family element of them basically raising Evangeline. I really liked how that came out.
They're not going to do that anymore. Now it's creepy Darrow.
No.
You know, have you seen the TikToks of the guy who's like, Creepy Dave?
Oh my God.
You're making me think of
Oh no.
Creepy Darrow.
Listen, bro.
Is that the guy that does his best animal?
His best animal. It's the same guy, yeah.
So much.
Creepy Darrow.
Listen.
Evangeline wanna go home, but Creepy Darrow.
Listen. I have a scene on page 843 in the scripture, okay, between Adian and Lysandra, and it's fucking cute, bro.
Is it explain when and how and where they became mates? Because I missed it.
This is actually the time he refers to her as that, yeah. I think he goes, so Adian leaned in, kissed Lysandra, kissed the woman, should have been his wife, his mate, one last time. Like, this is like their goodbye. And she goes, I, you, and then she says, until the end. And then he lifts a shield and a sword, and he says, I will find you again, and whatever life comes after this. And Lysandra nodded, in every lifetime. And if that is not Cassian and Nesta, what is?
Okay, but like, when the fuck did that happen?
They've always been flirting. They've always been about it.
No, mates.
They always been about it.
But you can't just throw the M word around in this universe.
M-word. Listen, bro. It's just... They go through it in, like, this final moment of, like, yeah, we're gonna die. And I like the war effort and, like, them finding that, like, solace together and that strength in each other. You know? I'm a big fan.
I'm not saying anything bad about their coupleness. I'm just saying...
Fave character.
It's they're not
in the scene.
mates if they're not mates.
He said it!
I don't care.
Sarah loves mates. She said they're rare. Just kidding. Everyone has one. So,
not Dorian, apparently.
No.
Or Sam.
Also, R.I.P. Dorian, because he ain't getting... Manon's like, no, I'm not losing my immortality, bitch, the fuck? I'll just come by and have sex every once in a while. I'm really busy. I'm busy being alive and being a witch queen.
Schedule you in?
Yeah. I'm really busy being immortal, though.
Desmond's like, yeah, I'm bouncing too, so...
Oh my God. Speaking of, I feel like they're like my least favorite. Like Nezrin and Sartak. Because I just like, bro, what the what did even happened? Where were they even at?
Well, they are about as spicy as mayonnaise.
Damn.
Oh my God, they are.
It's boring. It's boring, dude. I'd rather meet Manon and Dorian, and I don't even really like fuck with them anymore. But like Nessie, I'm like, bro, just go. Just go back.
Yeah.
Y'all go live together and have your little kingdom or whatever, because I'm done.
I do have a favorite, and it is definitely not Adian and Lysandra, but it is super predictable because it is Rowan.
Right.
You know what? Just
Yes.
him. Not even Aelin. It's just no, just kidding.
Damn. Okay.
It's the two of them I don't know why I forgot that they could power share together, but I did. So when they power shared at the end and we're all like Super Saiyan on Maeve, I completely forgot that they could do that. And I was like, oh my God. And I liked it. Yeah. I'm not a fan so much of Kale at all.
That's surprising.
I find him annoying.
I thought you would have really liked the scene where, like, obviously how overprotective he was of Selena and how, like, Irene's like, I'm going to go fight the devil. And he's like, okay, be careful. Like, it's such a character switch from, like, early Kale to now.
I find him annoying.
What part? He was barely there.
He was overprotective and stuff. And I just, gross.
He let her fight the devil.
Yeah, but I think what it says in the book was, like, that he was like, well, what do you, gave her the look like, what are you doing? You're pregnant. And she was just like, fucking say it. Say it to me. And he's like, you be safe.
I mean, you don't argue with her about that. She's stubborn. She gonna do what she gonna do.
Is that happy wife, happy life?
Something like that, yeah.
I love that. Rowan and Aelin are definitely my most favorite couple. I literally was crying, like ugly crying on my bed whenever he put word marks in her tattoo.
Yeah.
And on page 787 where she's like, he would wait forever. And I was like,
my husband will wait 5 minutes.
My husband eats food without me because I take too long.
Oh no.
I asked my husband, I'd be like, what would you do? And he's like, find another wife, duh.
Damn!
Get over it. I was like, you know what? That is the wrong answer.
Okay, but it is giving Manon. It is giving baddie, baby. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I love them. They're definitely, they've been my favorite couple, like, periodically throughout this series in general. I mean, I'd still give Aelin, like, my favorite character spot of the section. Just as her as, like, an individual, more so. You know? Like, I liked Rowan's part in it, but, I mean, Aelin really fucking was shining, dude. Her fucking coming up on the Lord of the North and fucking terracing like that.
Ugh.
Bro.
That was good.
That was amazing. That was so good.
And wearing the crowns, with the crowns of the little people.
Mm-hmm.
I loved how she put the crown on top of the crown.
Yeah, she just stacked them.
And she's just like, I got both.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just got the mental image of like putting one of those Burger King crowns on. Just putting like another one and it doesn't fit because obviously you already have another Burger King crown. And I was like, I wonder how long it took till it fell. And then she was like, no, I got it. And it's like, well, now you have to wear both of them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're ungrateful.
Oh my God. Yeah, she had some fucking good moments, man. I think as a fandom, we don't talk enough about Aelin trying to commit suicide twice in the series. And her finally getting, like, her happy ending, bro. Dude. She got to that breaking point twice. Once in Endovir and then once... Or Endovir, however you want to say it. And then once in the, Maeve's captivity. And man, seeing her fucking be like, damn, I don't have any of my powers.
3 times if you count the lock.
Yeah. I guess
she was going to risk it for the biscuit, so.
Yeah. Aelin's like, bro, I need to get out. Oh, she's like, oh no, I'm gonna live.
I'm trying to die.
I don't know what to fucking do. I don't know how to run a country. I'm just hoping to get out of this shit. Honestly, queen. Love her.
Such a mood.
Yeah. But she lived and she thrived and she got her a happy ending. And that's beautiful. Even Fleetfoot has a little balcony to pee on. Incredible.
Yeah. That was cute. I'm a little sad that Fleetfoot didn't play like a bigger role.
I thought that the puppy didn't have a fucking point.
Yeah. I felt like we were almost set up after she got her to be like kind of more Game of Thrones, I have a side dog that kind of runs around with me kind of moment, or maybe that it would be bigger than all the other dogs and she would ride it or some shit. I don't know, or something like that, but then that never happened.
Something to fight with her or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would have been cool. But then, no, because Fleetfoot got hurt one time and we all fucking hated it. She got a little scratch, and we were all like, "What the fuck?" Like Sarah doesn't want that either.
Maybe that's really what happened. Is Sarah had all these plans, and then we all freaked out. And then Sarah was like, "Okay, put the puppy down.
She's safe in a field somewhere." And we're all like, "Nice, cool, great."
They're feeding her table scraps, and she is happy and fat. And we're like,
"It's funny. It's like that's what you tell your kids." Dog dies.
Yeah.
They went to go live on a farm.
She came back in the end. She said, hi mom. I've been here. Yeah, it would have been cool though if that had been like a bigger point of it, but we kind of had one of those, the trope is like a boy and his dog. We kind of had that with Manon and Abraxas, so I'm happy with it. But
that's a trope.
Yeah.
I love that it's a boy and a dog and a grown-ass woman with a fucking
dragon.
Wyvern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
I'm like,
yes.
yes.
Same thing.
It's the same thing in like How to Train Your Dragon. That's like a boy and his dog, but it's a dragon. You know what I mean? A magical connection between you and an animal. Or whatever.
Is that like a Baldur's Gate kind of thing with Halsin?
With Scratch?
With
Halsin?
Yeah,
there's an actual dog.
Scratch, obviously, the dog.
There's an actual dog in it.
That's definitely
where I was going with that. Special connection with an animal. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Squirrel drops an acorn.
So before or after you accidentally punt it for the wall.
Hey, yo. Y'all are crazy.
Anyways, moving on.
Favorite characters and least favorite characters.
So those jokes won't be relevant in a couple of years.
Yay. So there's 3 more things that I want to point out and that I'm actually done.
Okay.
I'm kind of done.
I want to point out that on page 897 in our text, there was a line that was the last thing that I tagged.
897, you said?
Yeah. It's about halfway down the page, and she's going through everything that, has happened and all of this stuff. And then she just said, hers was not a story of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, fuck, man.
She said that before in a previous book, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
I know, but she says this would not be the story. She would fold it into herself, this place, this fear, but it would not be the whole story. It would not be her story. And I was like, fuck off. Like, that's amazing. I love that so much. And it's just like, yeah, I'm not afraid, bitch.
Yeah.
I was like, holy fuck. Powerful. I loved it. I love a power line. Yeah. And then the last 2 things that I want to bring up is something that kind of pissed me the fuck off. And then I have a prediction when Sarah brings back the series.
Sure.
The thing that pissed me the fuck off in your text on page 623.
Okay, throwback.
If you will. 623. It says, it might as well have been a decade ago for all that had happened since he'd killed Cain during his duel with Aelin. Yulemas was still weeks away if they survived long enough to celebrate it. A little bit before that, Kael refrained from mentioning that he himself had killed one of their kind almost a year ago. A fucking year! A year! This entire series happens in a year!
Yeah. 18 to 19.
God damn it. No, there's 2, but you can't. It can't all happen in a year.
Yes, it can. We need our young adult character to stay a teenager. Okay, that is the plot.
You can't.
And
there's too many
yes, she has to date someone who's 300 years old. That's the whole point. That's the whole bit.
Oddly, I'm fine with that. I'm just mad that she went through a roller coaster in a fucking year. And then she was like, not even there for like, how many months? At least
2 months.
3.
She was like in a whole coffin or whatever made out of metal for like 2 months. She just like took a summer vacation inside a hot box. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, that's what that was. Yeah, for sure.
Make that into a t-shirt. Summer camp. Aelin Galathinius' summer. Or no, it would be Maeve's summer camp.
Send us your disrespectful teens.
We'll
send them to Aelin's hot box.
Not the hot box.
So essentially that means that if that was in this book, that means the rest of the series happened in 10 months.
Well, yeah, but a lot of
she was busy.
Things were happening while Aelin was like locked up too. So it's not like it was a blank 2.5 months, or whatever.
There was a lot going on, you know. She was busy. She had to get shit done.
Mm-hmm.
It just, how can this fucker raise, how many fucking armies did she raise?
A lot.
Like 15?
Yeah.
She brought together the entire world
in a year, and I can barely make sure that I eat 3 meals a day. It's not fair.
Okay, to be fair, Assassin's Blade starts when she's a lot younger. Like, those are stories from, like, her teenage years and stuff. So, like, Ansel and fucking Rolf and shit were, like, earlier on. So she does a lot in that year. I'm not discrediting that at all. But she did start at a young age of, like, gathering allies inadvertently. Like, she didn't know what she was doing, maybe with intention, but you know what I mean. She was out here.
Yeah, she was with the Silent Assassins before she got sent to Endervere, right?
Yeah,
so
you know how long?
She was like probably what, like 14, 15, 16?
Yeah, but then she's also with Rolf, and then she was also with, I mean, you know, she'd been in it. She'd been in the business for a hot minute.
I can barely remember to eat 3 times a day, and she's out here just like, oh, you know, no biggie, just here I go. Like, fuck off.
She said she wanted to get it done early.
Friendship.
Dude. That's like the theme, and I don't love that. I get that it's like, oh my god, this like moment of, with Erewhon, it's like this metaphor of like healing and healing being the true strength and blah, 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 and like all this like trauma shit. And then with Maeve, it's like, the power of friendship. And I'm like, Sarah, Jesus Christ, bro, just kill them. Just kill them. I don't need this to be a moment of everyone who deserved the kill got it. You know what I mean? Why can't Aelin have just killed any of her big bads? Like, I'm pissed. She didn't get to kill Erewhon. She didn't get to go Maeve by herself. She didn't get to fucking kill. Did? Well, she got like.
Well, she did it with.
You know what she did kill though? She killed her inner demons.
Oh my god. Through healing. Oh my god, I love it. Oh my god, the power of friendship. And bro, that's some anime protagonist shit right there.
She killed the part of her that just continually wanted to die.
Bruh. It's wild.
She healed it.
Healing was the true power all along. Bitch, fucking light her on fire. I've had enough.
Darrow? Yes. Melt him.
I just wanted her to have a moment. I wanted her to have, like, all of her moments are very selfless, and, like, her last bit of power, like, using it on, like, saving those armies and stuff. It's fucking cool, okay? That was a great moment. But, like, damn, bro, I really wanted her to have one of those final kills to herself, because, like, she just hasn't had enough to me.
It kind of ticked me off that there is always more power.
Now there's none.
Like, oh, I'm out of power. I'm out of power. I'm out of power. I'm going to keep using it. I'm on my last bit. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I have a little more.
But my friends are encouraging me, so I can keep going. It's like, bro.
She turns her baseball cap backwards and goes like this.
Bro,
it's peace sign in front of her eye.
Yes, it's that moment in anime when like someone gets like absolutely obliterated and then they get back up and the enemy is like, oh, how are you doing this? And they're like, you underestimated me for the last time. It's like, bro, just die. Like, I'm sick and tired. Bro, please. I'm sick and tired of it. But it's cute. It's a good ending, but bro, let her fucking do something, bro.
Well, I mean, she kept bringing all the friends together.
Yeah, the true power was solidarity.
Could you imagine her trying to throw a barbecue?
Well, she can't light the fire anymore herself, so...
Yeah, she could. She just couldn't sustain it.
Yeah, that's fair, but not too bad.
Like the dancing light cantrip.
God damn it. I did have some unanswered questions that, like, I didn't really get resolution with in this text, at least.
Go on.
Why the fuck do we keep talking about Maeve's, like, captured fae that she, like, has turned into an owl and, like, all this shit, and then we never, like, where are they? Can we go free them? Are they good? Like, Maeve just left them at home. Do they have food? Like, are they okay? Like,
I generally leave my pet owls some food, so yeah.
That's good. She left her some out just in case. It just seems like, I mean, maybe it's like just a little bit of an oversight, or again, something that'll pop up in like a novel, but I'm like, Aelin, you're like figuring all this shit out, and Aelin, you were fucking captured for 2.5 months by this lady, and this person's been captured for, what, like 100 years or some shit? Because that was like around like Elena's time, I think it was implied, or something like that. There's an implication that it could be even longer. So I'm like, bro, they've been captured in an animal form for fucking too long. where are they?
At least a day.
Yeah, like Aelin, you don't feel any responsibility to go free them? Are they good? Like we had so much like revelations about them like later on in the book, and then no one did anything with it, and I'm like, okay, well, I hope that comes back up later.
I got the other member of the cadre out there that they were talking about at the end.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So they're gonna free the bird? Do they know? Did they like, hey,
it's
by the way, Maeve has an
their
owl
job.
there? Could you find that one specific owl in your kingdom and then like figure out how to like fix whatever Maeve did?
No, you need Browen to roll up and be like, "Come, motherfuckers."
He goes talk to them in hawk form.
The big muscular hawk.
It could be that, like, oh my god, just with fucking arms. Rowan. I can't.
God, the meme. Oh, I die.
I laugh every time. But I just like, is it implied that when Maeve like dies, that like their hold on that person goes away? Like, who are they? Why are they there? How long have they been there? Do I not get answers? That's
Is that a person with the blood oath?
I don't know, because it seems like, well, I don't know, because I guess Maeve was like eventually going to make Aelin do the blood oath to like stop the torture or whatever. So I guess because that person is captured, they probably went through that same process, I would assume.
Mm-hmm. So that would mean that the moment that Maeve died, that the blood oath ended. That's what they were saying, that the other cadre member would also feel that his blood oath ended and that he would seek them out.
Is she stuck as an owl, though? Or he or she? Or it?
No, I mean, if the blood oath is over, then they should be able to use their powers freely.
Maybe they like being a bird.
Well, if Dorian has the power of, like, taking away some of Maeve's ability by, like, snapping a tether in her mind, is
which
that
was
not
crazy,
possible?
by the way.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy. I was like, Sarah, we are making some jumps, but that's fine.
Yeah, he's like, my magic studied her magic, and now I can enter her mind. And then we're like, why did we not continue using that?
Oh, no.
I don't know, with the battle. You don't want to go up to Erewhon and be like, yo, could you just stab Maeve real quick?
He's like, oh, word? Boom.
I'm like, well, maybe study all her magic.
Maybe.
Not just like this one little kernel.
Yeah, I wanted more about that. I wanted more about Erewhon and like his brothers and shit. They would always be like, Maeve would be like, oh, tell my husband when you see him that I would have liked to go with him on his conquests or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck is he conquesting? Okay. What do you mean? He's like, you knew what he was like when you married him. Like, what does that mean? Tell me the tea. And why was Erewhon so attracted to Manon?
Oh, yeah.
What's going on there?
That's
Does
because
she look like
they
someone
said that he was planning on making her the breeding mare, that he was gonna
but like, why her? He had that true desire or whatever. Like, does she look like somebody?
They're mates.
Oh my god, that's why she can't commit to Dorian. She's like, sorry, buddy.
Thanks, I hate
thing.
Something's missing for me here. I just would have liked to hear more about just some lore, I guess, about those three brothers and how, because they also made like the keys and did all that shit. How did that fucking work? Like, how did Maeve get here?
They said that, well, Maeve learned. So Maeve studied, and then
they studied harder?
No, they said that they made the healer, death maidens, make the portal.
Oh no, so Irene can just make the fucking word keys again? Oh, yikes.
Mm-hmm.
That's not great.
That's how she gets to Crescent City.
Yay, Crescent City! And to see Reese! So fun!
By the way, just so everybody knows, we have absolutely no idea any of that Crescent City shit is true. We've never read Crescent City.
No.
So
we are guessing.
Yeah, it's a big guess.
Mm-hmm. All
so
I know
no
is there's a lady
worries.
in it. And
we have no idea.
That's all I got. I mean, I'm sure we're going to get in there. But those are my unanswered questions. You guys have anything?
I think that when she brings it back, we're going to go to war with the spider people.
I was sad that Maeve didn't turn into a spider.
I was happy Maeve didn't turn into a spider.
I was so sure of that.
She said, sorry. Only 2 legs for me.
Do you guys have any predictions for the rest of the book?
That's what I said. Spider people.
Okay, I think have some for like later for Crescent City. What we assume Crescent City could be about. But
well, I don't think there's spider people in Crescent City, but there are definitely Vogue spider people left over in that world, and I think they're gonna go fuck them up.
She did say also, Maeve said that Valgar not all evil, which I was like,
Dorian's power.
She also didn't think herself as evil, so take that for what you will.
Yeah, but I think the way that Reese's power is like described is very fucking Vogue-like. And I want to know I want to know what's going on
right now.
I want to know what's happening.
I swear to everything that is holy.
Oh.
In this power is like that.
It is not. It is not.
It is. You can't handle the truth. I
Hardcore.
want to know what's happening there. And I have another thing about that, actually. Speaking of fucking Reese. Now, I don't know how this ties in, so maybe this is kind of like a half-ass prediction, but why the fuck is Manon's crown described exactly like how Reese's fucking crown of stars is? What the hell's going on there? Does that crown just exist across time? What's happening there? That was a little too Valeris-like for me to like. I mean, I know Reese like at one point says he has like 30 something or something like that, so I don't know if it's like really like that important. But
this is my daytime crown.
Oh, you know.
Yeah. This is my Monday between 11 and 12:30 crown.
See, his pristine ass would be like fucking scheduled and fashionable and shit, you know. But I thought that was weird. Yeah. I was like, what is this? And why does Dorian, in my head, he looks so much like Reese, just with different eye colors and shit. But Reese's powers are very like, it's giving Maeve. I'm not sure. It's giving Vogue, at least. Maybe not Maeve, but...
How dare you?
I'm so sorry to do this to you, but I don't know.
Okay, well, that's it. I know who I'm making Bay of the Day.
The Vogue?
Ooh.
Bay of the Day is Reese.
Same thing. Vogue.
So...
Oh.
Listen, just don't be surprised. I don't think it means that he has to be evil, but I know that's like a big theory on like book talk right now. But I think
all of them are wrong.
Okay, well,
all of them are wrong.
There's some things that are a little
not my Reese poo.
What's going on there, Reese poo? I love it.
Reese's peanut butter cup.
I also think Aelin and Reese would get along really well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I think if they do get to meet, yeah. I
Cassian
love
and
Feyre,
Aedion
too.
would be...
Oh, my God, besties. I think I would really
they
like
would be
to
like
see...
to have more time for activities kind of besties.
Goofy.
I feel like Feyre would get along really well with Kale.
Yes, she would. As Sarah J Maas said herself.
And another headcanon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to see the conversation between, like, Feyre and Aelin of, like, Feyre telling Aelin her backstory and all this stuff. Like, I sent you guys a TikTok about this, but, like, and Aelin being like, oh, so who became, like, the head of the spring court after you killed him? And Feyre being like, no,
Yeah, I've seen that one.
I did not. And Aelin being like, huh? What do you
mean? I don't understand.
You didn't kill him.
Are you sure?
And then like redemption, and then she's like,
yeah, right. Like that would be crazy.
Exaggerated wink.
Yeah, I would. Right. So you want me to kill him, or like, what do you?
Oh, so where does he live?
Aw,
You just point me in the.
So the actual Bay of the Day is not Reese. This was not Reese's book.
Well,
no, the actual Bay of the Day, and it is not Rowan. It's Irene for being the hero that killed the big bad guy.
And pregnant as fuck.
Pregnant as fuck.
Yeah.
Doing what she do.
Yep.
Keelan,
Run the world, girls.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Girl power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And apparently she's a favorite of Sarah
because she has a baby.
Got a baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Aelin's gonna have 1 million babies because of that.
So, guys, I think we just finished season 1.
That's crazy. Ooh. I mean, it won't be official until we say our lines here. You know, we gotta thank all the homies for listening, of course. Season 1
Thanks,
ending
homies.
doesn't mean the podcast is ending. We are going into season 2 strong as fuck, dude. We are so excited for what we're gonna bring you guys.
Not even taking a break.
No, we're just going right into it. We're saying, you know what? We can't keep our listeners waiting. You know, they need this content.
Obviously.
But of
We're
course,
amazing.
we want to thank you guys for listening. This has been Smutty Scriptures, finally finishing Throne of Glass and
Thank
part 2
fucking
of
God.
Kingdom of Ash. We are jumping into some really cool stuff for season 2. If you guys want to stay updated on that, of course, as we say every podcast, we have social media pages for you to follow. We've got the Instagram Smutty Scriptures. We've got TikTok page for Smutty Scriptures. Through the Instagram, you can also see all the wonderful designs that Purple and Cuddle have been working on. They're so fucking cool. I bought a Smutty Scriptures podcast fucking jacket, so you guys could match me.
You did.
Yes, I love it.
Look good.
It's really comfy. It's really nice. Okay, not to like rep my own brand a little too hard here, I guess, but it really is nice. And there's a lot of Akatar themed stuff, a lot of Den of Viper themed stuff. You'll notice that a lot of the designs will circle around stuff that we're reading at the time, and we thank you guys for checking any of that out, social media page or otherwise, so that you can stay updated. But with that being said, church is adjourned.
Amen.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. We'll see you
I
in
want
season
Broen.
2, baby. Don't we all?
Broen, where are you?